Alright, so back to the open movie theaters now. As COVID-19 spreads and all that, I actually got the experience to go back to the movie theater this week, and I actually got to see the New Mutants finally. And I gotta be honest with you guys, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So as you know, the New Mutants is it was supposed to be like a 2018 movie that got delayed to 2019, and then 2020, and then later 2020. It's been delayed a lot. So as you guys know, the X-Men franchise in Fox is like done. I know they're still doing Deadpool, and I know all of that's still happening, but that's the big problem right now. is like everyone was like, oh, this movie's gonna suck, it's gonna be bad. And honestly, I went into it like literally thinking that it was gonna be bad as Fantastic Four, and truly it wasn't. So I kind of want to explain that this movie is kind of a stand by itself kind of thing, considering Fox isn't doing X-Men movies anymore, except for Deadpool. So the only thing that... Let me just start from the beginning. So this movie was supposed to be a tie-in to another X-Men movie. It was supposed to be tied into Logan, kind of, and it's about these mutants in this facility who are trying to control their powers and get better with them and whatnot. And you know they're just kids, like they're acting as kids, and then they gotta like face their fears. This thing tried to be a horror movie, and it ended up just being a regular kind of superhero movie. It was supposed to make you kind of feel claustrophobic because they're like trapped in this hospital, you know, and it's trying to make you feel scary because of like what they go through and what they've been through. And honestly, it doesn't make you feel scared. It doesn't make you feel claustrophobic. It just makes you feel like you're watching a standard standard superhero movie, really. And it just works as that, and it kind of fails in the horror aspect, and that's kind of what there is. So all these like mutants have different powers and different things, and in the end, I think it was a wasted opportunity. Honestly, I feel like this film should have started production at the end of like really close to near the end of the Fox Disney merger, and then they should have canceled it. I mean, am I happy that I saw it? Yeah, because it was actually better than I thought it was going to be, but in the end it's just a standard superhero film that really kind of just feels like it shouldn't have existed, but it does, and then it's kind of got this wrap-up of nothing, and that's the problem. And another big thing that bothered me is the fact that it was going to include my favorite X-Men villain, Mr. Sinister, as most of you will probably know from comic books or the Deadpool video game. It was going to be played by John Hamm, but the scenes were ultimately cut from the film at the end of the credits, because I actually waited for the end of the credits just to see John Hamm as Mr. Sinister, and it actually wasn't even there. They cut the end credit scene. So I'm hoping that end credit scene is in the DVD, because I will want to see what John Hamm would have looked like as Mr. Sinister. And the big problem throughout this was that they hinted so much at that little diamond in his head because of Essex Corp. And in the end, it was just worthless, because there's nothing to go on at the end of this movie, because the Fox and Disney merger happened, and this movie's just there to be there. But I will stand by the fact that it was a movie worth watching just to see it. You're kind of going to bring your own opinion to this movie. If you walk in thinking it's going to be as Fantastic Four, you're going to be pleasantly surprised that it's actually way better than that. But if you're thinking that it's just going to be some big opportunity thing that could have went on for more, then you're going to be disappointed, because it's not going into anything more. So in the end, I did like it, and it did stand well on its own. I think if they had taken the scenes out that kind of tie it to Logan and other things, I think it would have been better. And I think it would have been better if they would have taken the Essex Corp stuff out of it, and they would have just left it a mystery who the company was that was doing all these experiments on these kids. I feel like that would have been better. Take out the Logan stuff and the Essex Corp stuff, and you have a solid standalone superhero movie that had nothing to do with anything, and it was just kind of there to stand on its own, in my opinion. So honestly though, I will give the film a 7 out of 10, because it was solid, but it would have been a little better if they had taken the stuff out that I mentioned. Alright guys, what did you think of the New Mutants? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Do you think it shouldn't have existed? Do you think they should continue it at Fox with the Disney merger, or should they just let it be wiped out and die on its own? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, hit like, smash subscribe, and comment whatever you'd like down below. I'm Nighthawk, and I'll see you guys next time with a brand new video.